Okay, this video, I just want to do a little bit of guitar basics, okay? Just want to introduce you to your guitar. This is for those of you who are just getting familiar with the guitar, and want to introduce you to your 6 strings. Starting from what is to the bottom, I guess. This is actually string number 1. Technically, this is your first string, okay? Then it goes number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, progressively. Alright, now each of these strings has a tone or a note attached to it. This first string is an E string, okay? E, then it goes down to a B, then a G, D, A, and E. Okay, now there's an easy way to remember it, starting from 6 going down to 1. Every apple does go bad eventually. I don't know if you really want to memorize these things, but just know that they're typically a fourth or a fifth apart from each other. Okay? So, let's see here. Those are your strings. Some left-hand technique. Okay? When you're trying to make a tone out of one of these strings, basically you want to use the tips of your fingers, not the pads, or not the. You don't want to be clumsy and just place the whole finger down. But you want to use the tips of your fingers, so it kind of behooves you to clip your nails to get good tone out of there. And when you place it on the fretboard, you're trying to allow the string to make contact with the fret itself. Okay. By the way, these are called frets, these lines that you see going across. This is the first fret, the second fret, the third fret, and so on, all the way up the neckboard. Okay, so if you're using your left hand, just some left hand technique, you're going to use the tips of your finger to press down on the string. So I'm going to be pressing down on the 6th string, the 3rd fret, okay? And what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to scoot up as close to the 4th fret as possible without actually bleeding over into that territory right there. And so what that does is it allows me to not have to use as much pressure. A lot of times beginners, they like to use a lot of pressure, just to make sure that they're getting it right. But really, if you squeeze on up next to the fret without actually going over into the next one, you're actually going to relieve yourself of some undue pressure. Okay? So listen to the tone of this. I'm going to use a pick here in my right hand. I'm going to play that 6th string, 3rd fret. Okay? Now listen to what happens when I am lazy and I'm not scooting up to the next fret. If I were way back here, you see that? Same amount of pressure, but poor results, okay? And so what happens is, the closer you get up to that next fret, the easier it will be to play that tone. Same thing goes with all the other strings. And so that's the real basics of trying to put together a chord. So once you put different notes together, you get a chord like this. So 6th string, 3rd fret, 5th string, 2nd fret. That's the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and 1st string, 3rd fret. You get a G chord out of that. Okay? So that's your basics in terms of your left hand technique. Go ahead and take a few times to go through this video and just try to make different tones out of it. You'll notice that as you go up the fretboard, your tone will get higher. See where the pitch goes? The pitch just gets higher and higher. Try it out. Left hand technique.